Campfacer.
What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. We finally have the new Evil Dead the Game gameplay trailer brought to you by Summer Game Fest. In this trailer, Bruce Campbell himself also goes over some of the gameplay objectives and much more. So let's watch this trailer and then we'll discuss.
Tell us more. Let's turn it over to my friend Tim Willits from Saber.
Hi, Jeff. It's great to see you. Today, we have some extended footage of The Evil Dead, the game. We are excited to show you this, and to help me explain it is Bruce Campbell. Thank you.
Hola, cyber friends. I'm Bruce Campbell. You know me as Ash Williams, the dude who saved the world from evil. I'm here to bring you the lowdown on the upcoming Evil Dead the game. You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes to live the nightmare. You'll use savage finishing moves or tear evil a new one. Or, if you're not into the whole save the world thing, we have another option. You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick. With the power of possession in your arsenal, you'll scare those goody two-shoes to death. Literally, you can do that if you're a dick. Whether you choose the path of evil or righteousness, you'll be throwing down in places you've seen before. You'll collect pages of the Necronomicon, uncover Nobi's lost tapes, and track down other legendary artifacts. When you've grabbed enough, you'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from. Soon you'll experience the horror yourself, but for now I'll leave you with this thought. It was no accident that Ash always wore brown pants.
I'll spoil those good.
Okay, although I have a few negative thoughts on that trailer, I am gonna say that was awesome. That was badass. 2 thumbs up from me. But I'm going to go over some things. We're going to talk about this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the trailer again. We're going to break this trailer down and kind of go over a few things. So let's get into this. Okay, so right there, the way he walks through the I know it's a cutscene, but the way the weeds, the lighting, and the environment move in the graphic, it just looks fantastic. Even the sound of him walking through the brush. Let's keep going. Okay, so the Deadites. I love the way the moon lighting is shining off everyone, and the sound effect with like King Arthur's like body armor, the way it shakes and rattles everything. In the Deadites, that sound they make from the film, for the most part, sounds raspy and pretty creepy. Let's keep going.
Hola, cyber friends. I'm Bruce Campbell. You know me as Ash Williams, the dude who saved the world from evil. I'm here to bring you the lowdown on the upcoming Evil Dead, the game.
Okay, so the blood looks a little weird. How it like it's so shiny. I know they're trying to over exaggerate and have a lot of blood, which I respect. I like that. But the way when it splatters and it has like that real like wet shiny look to it is a little bit kind of throws me off. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm being a little picky about this, but it's kind of odd. But I do like how he jumps up and shoves the chainsaw down into the face of the Deadites. That's pretty badass. And I love the trailers in the background. I wonder if you can go inside each one of them and find certain items. I'm sure you can, but another question is this gonna be how open of a world is it? Is there gonna be invisible walls? You know, we'll have to see. Let's continue.
You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes to live the nightmare. You'll use savage finishing moves or tear evil a new one. Or, if you're not into the whole save the world thing, we have another option.
Okay, so he explained there's going to be finishing moves. Does that mean, like, you have attack and you take so much damage off a Deadite and then eventually you can finish him off, and then do you have multiple finish moves? Can you have different weapons? What happens when you kill a Deadite? Can they come back if it's a player, or are they done for the whole match?
You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick. With the power of possession in your arsenal, you'll scare those goody two-shoes to death. Literally, you can do that if you're a dick. Whether you choose the path of evil or righteousness, you'll be throwing down...
Okay, so if you choose to be a Deadite, how many Deadite other players are there? Is there going to be like 15? Is it going to be 4v4? There's a lot of unanswered questions. I was kind of hoping that they would go over more of the in detail, like design of the game. You know, explain a little bit more. I'm sure that'll come later in the Twitter posts and stuff like that. But you know, let's keep going.
Down in places you've seen before. You'll collect pages of the Necronomicon, uncover Nobi's lost tapes, and track down other legendary artifacts.
Okay, so that's really cool. I wonder where the pages of the Necronomicon are hidden in the game, and if they are they going to be randomized all the time so people can't memorize where they're hidden? And artifacts, that's really cool perk to the game. I'd like to see certain artifacts go to each player, each character from the films. Maybe certain characters get different artifacts that they can use them better than other players. And where are they hidden? We'll have to check this out. Let's continue.
When you've grabbed enough, you'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from.
I wonder when the portal opens, where does it? Can it be opened up anywhere on the map, in the woods? We'll have to see. I mean, when you get the pages from the book, do you have to go back and put the book together too inside the cabin somewhere in the basement, or do you have maybe you have to chant something out?
Soon you'll experience the horror yourself, but for now I'll leave you with this thought.
I love that inside the house or the cabin there, the lighting and the way everything looks it looks very lived in. That's one thing I will say right now about Friday the 13th, the game. The cabins didn't look too lived in. Like, there wasn't things kind of like you could knock over, and, you know, this looks like you're literally inside somebody's house. You could knock a can off the table. The way the lighting is, it feels cluttered, you know? That looks pretty creepy right there. I hope there's a lot of jump scares in this game, but I can't see that. That's my one downfall. I'm going to explain that in a few minutes here. One thing that bothers me, I know they're playing, like, music over this trailer again for the fans watching, but I wonder if a lot of the music's not going to be in the game and make it more quiet so something can come around the corner and scare you. Because if you hear music like this as you're playing the game, it takes away from the tension. And I'm going to get into that in a second. Let's finish this.
It was no accident that Ash always wore brown pants.
Some of them look like they can run. Some of them are walk. I wonder if there's going to be different creatures you could be if you choose to be the bad guy Deadites. I wonder if you could be a different creature, or like, you know, I know they showed the one creature floating through the woods like in the films. I'm a huge fan of the first two films I grew up on in the 80s. And I just wonder if you could be certain different characters, not just the zombie-type Deadites that are running around. And then I wonder if there's different things that you could do, like if you kill one, like if you stomp on his head, the eyeball could pop out. I highly doubt that, but we'll have to see. Let's continue. Okay, so in the cabin there, you'll notice on the left, the deer head on the wall. I wonder, like, you know, is that going to be able to move and laugh at you in the game? It looks like everything's kind of stationary there. Just like, I know that it's just a gameplay trailer, and it's showing right there. There's a lot of blood, and I wonder if that blood stays where it gets splattered, or if it does it disappear. Like in Friday the 13th, the game, it kind of like fades away. I hope not. I hope it gets all over the place, and other players walk in and see like blood and guts smeared on the wall. That would be badass. Let's continue. And there you have it. The one thing I do like about this game is the fact that you get to play with your friends, like Friday the 13th, the game. And I do like the fact that you also get to be the killer Deadites against the survivors. That gives everybody a chance to swap. If you get bored of playing one side, you go to the other side. Maybe it's a hard challenge to play as a Deadites. If you're a Deadite, when you die, do you spectate? Or do you have to like leave the match, or what happens? Can you regenerate and come back through the woods and keep going until the match ends to help protect the pages so they don't get the pages and collect them? If you're the survivor, can you get wounded and you have to have somebody help like get you off the ground, or do you just die and then you have to spectate also? If there's a shortage of players, can you start a match with 2 or 3 players, or even 1 player? And if that's the case, what's that word I'm looking for? Is it too overpowered for the Deadites to attack you? Or do you, like... I have so many questions about this game right now. Now, the one thing I'm not liking right now, the one thing that I don't really care too much for from just judging by this trailer, again, this is what I was worried about, is it looks more like a battle against each other, just like a non-stop shoot 'em up, slash 'em up type of game. There doesn't seem to be a lot of build-up and tension, and I know it's not a story game, and that would make more sense for a story-based game, but for what it is, I wonder if they could do that. I wonder if they could put you in such scenarios where like you're alone and you have to find something, and then like it's quiet and you hear noises and something can pop up and scare you. I don't see any of that happening in these trailers. It just seems like a, you know, like a Left 4 Dead type of game. A lot of blood, attacking, badass moments, but it doesn't feel too much like a real Evil Dead movie game to me. That's my only gripe so far. I mean, everything else looks great. The characters look great. The lighting, the blood looks really good. It looks a little overboard with the lighting, but the Deadites sound cool and badass. The environment looks great. The idea that you get to collect pages from the book and, you know, all the other stuff, it looks great, but it doesn't feel scary to me. That's the one thing. I want to be scared like when I was watching it back in the 80s, when I was watching Evil Dead 2. It had a lot of, like, growing up watching those movies on VHS really affected me, and they were funny, they were badass, but they were scary. That's especially the first one. It was just a lot of fear when watching it as a kid. Playing this game, I don't see that happening. That's my only downfall so far. But other than that, you guys, I think it looks great. Judging by the trailer, I have 2 thumbs up right here. I'm going to definitely buy it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to live stream it. We're going to hang out. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait for this game. Unfortunately, they didn't have a release date, but maybe down the road. We'll have to see. Anyways, that's it for now. I want to say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, stay out of the woods.